What we're going to do is demonstrate how to mold a very, very simple part. It's actually a coaster for mugs, so it's very simple. It's only three layers of pre-preg into a tool. You can see, can I just take that off? Yep. You can see the tool is just aluminium. There's nothing complicated about it. There's a lid that goes on the top, and there's the silicon core. I'll let Dan lay that one up. All we're going to be doing is laying the material into the tool. The tool's been free-coated or with a release agent. The material will be trimmed around the edges. The silicon rubber core, in this instance, will be placed into the tool. The lid goes on the top, and then it'll go into this little tabletop press. While Dan is laying that up, I'll show you some of the things around here to demonstrate the process. This is a part of an aircraft interior, and this process, you can see, is ideally suited to very small cavities where you're looking at very good consolidation pressure in small gaps. In areas where you're trying to consolidate inside small areas like that, again, a silicon rubber expanding core is a very nice way of doing it. The tooling, you can see, is all aluminium. There's an example of a part that's very similar to that. The tool is very simply bolted together. The core is still inside that. Again, that would simply just slide into the heated platen. The core would expand and consolidate the pre-preg. This is, again, the same type of product. Predominantly, these parts you see here are glass phenolic, and typically it's very difficult to get good surface finish on glass phenolic parts, and you can see that's the sort of surface finish we get because it's good consolidation. Moving back here, this is a part I wanted to show you. This is again a glass phenolic part. It's reasonably complex. It's larger in the middle than it is at the ends. You could do that with a pressure bag, but we've found that it's more reliable and it's simpler and it's quicker to use a silicon core. In this instance here, this is not exactly the same part, but you can see, if I take this core out, that you can cut and shape the cores to almost any shape you want. Yes, you do get a slight witness between where the cores touch, and you do get a slight resin line, but it's very insignificant. So this is a very good way, and you can see what's happening here. If you want to take it out, all you have to do is pull it. It'll shrink in section and just slide straight out. So something that's long, complicated, of different shapes is ideally suited. In the presentation, this was the part I was referring to. There's a row cell core in the middle. We've got molded sections where, so you've got tubes that are tightly controlled, and voids, sorry, these blanks are in the way, that run up the inside. So that's the part in question, where you're combining the expanding core with a compression molded part. How many layers are you in there?
3 now.
Okay. Sometimes it's the parts just simply require a release film to go underneath the silicon rubber. In this instance, we get a better surface finish if we put a peel ply, and that's what you're seeing Dan put in at the moment. To show, this is a sample we made last night. If you'd like to hand it round, it'll show you the consolidation levels that we're getting. There's very few voids in that. That's one that we made this morning. These pre-pregs are advanced composite materials. It's medium temperature curing MTM28. Its usual temperature is about 120 degrees C. You might notice that the press is running at about 130, so we expect to have this mould in probably in the region half an hour, so we'll be demoulding it and taking it apart before you leave. The core is now in, the lid will go on and it will go into the press. This particular press is, as you can see, manually operated. It's very simply controlled. It's just a temperature control. We don't need a large amount of pressure on these parts because we're just relying on contact on the top and the bottom, and the silicone rubber is doing all the work for us. And there we have it. The clock is ticking now. We've got about 30 minutes to wait. Thank you very much.
So you're still supporting our C2 customers? UK defence, European defence, Well, we're doing flat panel work for the console. We've just done some